All right, welcome to another exciting episode of OAG live stream Hangout. We're just hanging out tonight, guys. Nothing super special here. It's me and the boys. So happy to have you guys here. It's a new year. It's been a year since I saw you guys last. Wow.
It has been quite a while. I haven't seen each other since last year. That was such a long time ago.
Yeah. So it is I, Andy Rue, 42, and I'm here with my buddies. Sound off.
Eli,
Hive mind.
The name I go by is Tiny Tabernacle, but my real name is Brett.
Yeah.
And I think tonight we're talking about New Year's resolutions, if I'm correct. If that's what we're talking about.
New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution is 8K. Yeah. How about you guys?
I'm actually going down to 480 just because gotta train the old peepers to not rely so much on 8K and stuff like that.
Yeah, it saves on bandwidth too.
Yeah, there we go.
So you're becoming a minimalist in this new year. Yeah. That's great.
Yes. In all seriousnness, I have a resolution to, not leave things for the last minute, but I'll get to that later.
But Jay.
The way I was looking at my New Year's resolutions is I was looking at them as like not resolutions, more like goals. Like, because goals are something you can strive towards, and if you don't like totally complete them, then at least you got some of it done. Like, resolutions is more like something that you resolve to do, and if you don't do it, then you fail. If that makes sense, there's like a subtle difference between a goal and a resolution.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's actually a good point. I want to get more on that later, after everyone has spoken. But yeah, I think semantics really matters when setting resolutions.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Resolutions for this year. Goals. Long-term goals.
One of my goals is to write 100 songs this year. Which last year I wrote about 80, so I think I can do it. So it's roughly about 2 songs a week, like the whole year. So I think it's very doable because I almost did it last year without trying that hard. So now if I be a little bit more focused, a little bit more intentional, I think I can do it.
All right. Very cool.
Well, I'm about to be that guy.
Okay.
I am currently embarking on a month-by-month basis, so I'm making a new goal every month. That is my hope for this year, because why have one resolution when you could just do a whole new thing each month? So this month I have embarked on doing my reading plan, where I will be going through the New Testament, trying to get it done in an entire month. So far, I'm still on the book of Matthew, but I've been learning a lot each day. And tomorrow I'll be moving into Mark. So those are my plans. And then I'm also starting on devotional. I hope this year I can actually complete the devotional, which I've started. And that's what I was doing just before we started the stream, in between.
All right. I like it.
It takes about 60 hours, give or take 5 hours, to read the whole Bible. But the New Testament would be a lot shorter than the Old Testament, obviously.
Well, as far as I was concerned, you could finish the New Testament in one sitting if you really wanted to. And it also depends, because each Bible has a different amount of pages. And so if you were to go by, let's say, almost... The last Bible I read was 1,095 pages. If I did it consistently for a whole year, I could finish that Bible in in a year, 3 pages a day. If you just read 3 pages a day, you'd be able to finish it. But the New Testament that I'm reading is Amplified version, and because of that, it's a 989 page book, and because of that reason, so you do the math,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it would be 32 pages a day if I wanted to finish it in the month.
Yeah, it depends on. I mean, it depends on how many pages, how many minutes it takes you to read a page, and how many pages you read a day, and that sort of thing. Yeah, or that sort of thing. Because some people can read faster. So like, if it's like a 500-word page, that might take like someone who's a normal reader like 2 minutes to read a page.
All right.
But anyways,
So,
there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember what it was now.
I'd say my goals for this year are to big one would be expanding my business. Keep on growing the business, and then also helping people with things that I've struggled with, and in a very intentional way. So kind of like allowing God to use me where He's helped me. So yeah, there's some
I remember what I was going to
stuff
say.
to give back. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's a Spirit of Prophecy quote. I just read it in passing. I don't know where it's found, but it says that like every Sabbath we should reflect upon the week, upon like our failures and victories and things like that, and like reflect upon them and make adjustments accordingly or something along those lines.
Okay,
Like,
so how would you put that in modern terms for maybe people who don't have that that cultural reference?
okay, so like you know how every year we make New Year's resolutions and we like make things we want to change and do all that sort of stuff. So like, and you like make a list of things that you want to change. So like basically what it was saying is that, for every Sabbath or every seventh day of the week, Friday to Saturday, then like take a inventory of the things that you struggled with that week and your failures, and the things that you were victorious pertaining to spiritual things and uh stuff along those lines. And then like make an inventory of that and make adjustments and strive to overcome your failures and to gain more victories and that sort of thing, if that makes sense. So it's
Okay.
like basically like weekly New Year's resolutions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like a weekly inventory.
A weekly inventory of sorts.
Hey there, Lynx. How you doing? Glad to have you.
Hello.
I know your voice is not so swift these days, so don't feel the need
Yeah,
to say a whole lot.
it got worse because I had a very important phone call I had to take, so I then used it up for that. Otherwise, I'd probably sound better right now.
Oh, yeah.
But I can still set up the game and I can play.
Cool.
And I
Yeah.
Or did Hive set up the game?
Yeah, I just made a new game.
Okay. Did you make
So,
me available too?
Yep. I don't know if Mr. Maestro will show up later, but
Yeah,
we'll
and
just start depending.
and we might have where we can play another one with him.
so we got a 4-player game going.
Speaking of being sick, I was sick about 2 weeks ago with something else that was more serious. I don't know what it was, but it felt like I had COVID, but I took a test and I didn't have COVID. And then I got over that, and then like 2 weeks later, my mom caught something, and now I have what she had. It's like, this is ridiculous. I've been like sick twice in the
That
past
A
few
lot
months.
of illness going around.
Tis the season.
RSV is going around too.
That's what
Yeah.
I think I had before. And conveniently, I think right now, I might have COVID. But
Oh no.
it's ridiculous. But at least the COVID is not as bad as RSV was. I don't know. Like, what I have right now isn't that bad. But
There is so many different flavors of COVID. And then I was reading that the different blood types actually then get different symptoms even. Which is very fascinating.
Indeed.
All that research is free for everybody on the NIH, by the way. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's obviously a little too sciencey for me, too medical terminology. But there's some of it I understand too, so it's kind of fun to look at.
Yep.
This is very interesting. Look. I don't like these cards.
I always watch you guys play this game, but I'm not entirely sure how it works.
You know what? I always play this game, and I'm still not entirely sure how it works.
Yeah.
All I know is you take the cards and you put them down.
The first step is you pick a brown ticket card that has your route on it, and once you fulfill the route, you get points for that card. But if you don't fulfill the route, you don't get points. You actually get deductions. And and then the rest is kind of self-explanatory with watching us play. So the most points afforded by the brown tickets is the winner. And then there's also the longest track gets a bonus. So, all right. Who's up?
Not me.
Okay, it's Hive.
Hive.
Your watch is running.
TikTok. Well, on the subject of resolutions, one resolution I do have is prioritizing self-care. I've always been a person who sort of prioritizes the needs of others before my own. And last year, that led me to not be so great with my mental health. So for this year, I want to lovingly take care of my own needs first, not in a selfish way, just in a way that I can still function and be a help to others. So that's the resolution. Prioritize self-care.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
I have one of my New Year's resolutions is to focus more on things. I mean, because I have a problem with focusing on the doing most of the time things that I want to do rather than things that I need to be doing. Like I'd rather play guitar than like clean.
Oh, wretched man that you are.
Yeah, I'd rather play guitar and write songs than like clean my room. So like my room is dirty, and like that's just an example of things like that. So
you gotta
like,
clean your room.
Well, I'm just it's just like that's my bad thing is that I focus on doing things that not that it's bad that I'm doing them, but I just more focus on doing things that I want to do rather than things that I need to do. So that's like something I need to fix. As I need to take care of the needful things, but I don't have to necessarily stop doing the other things that I want to do as well. But I just have to get the basics covered.
Yeah, makes sense. I think we all have that one pastime that we'd much rather be doing than work, you know? There is that famous line that's put on t-shirts, hats, and coffee mugs that says, "I'd rather be fishing," you know?
Yeah, just thinking of that.
Yeah, so we all have our fishing, so to speak.
Fishing. Yeah.
There's a popular guitar shirt that says, "How many more guitars do you need?" And it says, "Just one more."
Yeah, it's always one more.
It's not an addiction.
You can quit whenever you want.
So, how does one go about formulating a healthy goal? I wonder if there are some steps, some poignant steps that we can follow.
Are we talking about just setting the goal or actually trying to reach it?
Both. Like, how do we set a goal, reach it? You know, maybe.
Yeah, I think first of all, we need to be realistic, right? And I'm not saying you can't shoot for the stars, but if you're gonna shoot for the stars, have like a plan. I always like to use this story. Many years ago, I and two other friends decided that we all wanted to lose weight, And we all sort of made a commitment to each other, right? We're going to keep each other accountable on whatever it is that we were doing to lose weight. And then one member of our group, she brings up the fact that she wanted to put like a quota of 5 pounds a month. And me personally, I didn't like the idea of putting a quota. Like, I just wanted to stick to the regiment, and whatever happens, happens. You know, I didn't want to make it about a number. I just wanted to keep moving forward. And sure enough, that is, you know, when we eventually got to it, that is what happened. I just stuck to the plan. And when the weight loss happened, it happened on its own. I would have been discouraged if the first month went by and I hadn't lost a single pound, you know? So I think we need to put realistic steps and what's the word? Not goals, but marks along the way, just to make sure that we are realistic milestones, just to sort of keep us in check.
Mm-hmm.
So something I was thinking about that would be like the foundation of good goals to set is like striving towards like things that pertain unto the will of God, like things that He objectively says that like this is God's standard, and the things that He would have you to be doing or not doing. Those would be like the foundational things that you'd want to strive towards, and those you would know those would be good goals because God has qualified them as being good things. So like,
All right.
if that makes sense, but also being realistic, that's also a good part of it, because that's why for example, like with writing my 100 songs this year, I said, well, I did 80 last year, I wasn't even trying that hard, so if I just try a little harder, then I could easily get 20 more done. So but also like, I don't know, like goals that are relevant to your life and that like make sense for you to be pursuing, if that makes sense. Like, I would really like to know how to draw better, but it's not really relevant to my life, so like it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to be pursuing that, like, because I don't plan on doing it as a career, and I don't really have the time to do it if I want to work on my career and all that sort of stuff. So like things relevant to your life that are like purposeful and move you forward to where you want to go, rather than just going off in random directions.
True. So Lynx shared with us an acronym, right? Goal setting, SMART. The S sounds for specific, the M for measurable, the A for attainable, the R for relevant, and the T for time bound. And it actually gives us a little definition. So for specific, goals need to be clear and detailed. Vague goals can feel overwhelming. Don't say I want to be more active. Instead, say I will exercise 30 minutes 5 days a week. That's interesting. So clear and detailed.
Yeah, and also like if you have like year-long goals of things that you could be working on every day towards, then you want to like make a schedule for your day of what you do.
Yes.
You know, you don't necessarily have to schedule by the hour. Just say, today, what I do is I have a schedule that I follow every day. I say, today I'll spend 30 minutes doing this. I'll spend 30 minutes doing that. I'll spend 15 minutes doing this. And then when I wake up in the morning, I start working on my list and just start checking things off. And I've been doing that for a while. So you want to like schedule your day, your habitual daily habits, or your daily habits that you're going through, to like work towards your goals progressively as the year goes on. So you have like kind of like a set out plan of how you're going to attain your goals by working on them every day.
Definitely.
So, how do you so you're not setting them out as like time schedules. You're just making a list of your daily activities and then you're adding things you'd like to get done to it?
Well, I don't finish everything on my list every day, but I have like a list of things that I want to get done every day and how much time I want to spend doing them. So like it's not like I'm scheduling them like 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll be doing this. I just have like, you know, today I'm going to play guitar for 3 hours, and whenever I can get that 3 hours in, then I'll get it in, and I check it off as I go along.
Okay, so you have an activity that has a set amount of time that it takes or that you want to spend on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
and it can be done at any time during the day. It doesn't have to be done at a specific time. I just have to get that much done for it, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but
No, that makes total sense.
I just have a to-do list that I can, whenever I can get it done during the day, I just do it.
Yeah, oftentimes it's hard to like stick to the schedule, you know.
For a long
Mm.
time, I was like trying to figure out how to set my schedule, and I was like, because I would set a schedule of like, I'll do this at 8 o'clock, I'll do this at 9 o'clock, or whatever, and all that sort of stuff. And then like I would get to 8 o'clock, and I would be like, oh, and then I would like mess up my schedule and not do the thing I was supposed to do, and it's like threw the whole thing off, and I was like, this is crazy. So I had to come up with like a way of just having a to-do list and just getting it done when I have the free time.
Yeah, with me, time management has always been a challenge. Like I can set the schedules, but it's like that procrastination that, I'll get to it in a minute, and the next thing you know, it's been 7 hours and it's bedtime. And
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and smartphones don't help. They may help you set the schedule, but they're going to help you keep the schedule.
I wasn't even talking about smartphones. Like even before I had a phone and I had like a paper planner and a schedule pinned to my bulletin board, it was still the same thing, It was written and I just never could get around to it.
Yeah, that's the thing about phones. I think it's best to do something as soon as you think of it, if it's feasible. So it's like, oh, I need to take the trash out. I should probably do that as soon as possible if it's the appropriate time. Or oh, I should send that email, or I need to pick songs for church for this weekend. That's usually where I'm at. That's what I was doing today, picking songs for worship.
I have found that, there's certain things that I know if I don't do this right now, it's not going to happen. So
Mhm.
I will push that to priority immediately. And then it's usually like letting other stuff that might be important for me, like even getting a drink of water. So what I have found is that I need to set, like, I know this seems really silly, but I need to set like drinking alarms in my phone, because the drinking can happen around other activities, obviously.
Mhm.
But there's just so many things. It's like I could go for days without something demanding my attention at that exact moment. But when those things happen, because I am doing everything from home, and there's so many distractions, welcome distractions, some of them obviously, but I have to set those things and do them immediately, or they just won't happen. So I have now for this year started using the Google Notes to keep track of projects and personal stuff that I need to keep track of. And I like that because I can integrate it with my calendar. So I hope that that will help me this year to stay on track, even to do fun things, but setting that time aside. And also having awareness of how long things take is actually my biggest issue, because I can do an activity and go for 3 hours and like get the activity done or whatever it is done, but I've lost 3 hours and I didn't realize that it just flew by like that. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. That's kind of one of my goals for the year, is figure out how long things are actually going to take, and then have that awareness of how long things take. Because I don't so much as lose time as just not aware of how long something might actually take. And I've been tracking last year going, okay, so this kind of takes this amount of time. So I'm getting a better idea. My other goal for the year is totally unrelated, but I think to make sure that how much I've kind of been doing it towards the end of this last year, but to tell people their gifts and not in the gifts that I've seen that they've used on me, the ways that I appreciate them, the ways they've helped me, just like those kinds of things. I think it's really important that we, it's not that you're saying it to anybody to make you feel good, but it's about, because we don't always see what we're good at ourselves. So when you're telling somebody, hey, you're really good at this, it's very meaningful, I think. And it confirms things for people. I've experienced that in the last year, and I just want to make sure I do that moving forward. I also want to read more this year. Totally unrelated again.
Mm-hmm.
But physical books. I read a lot of digital, but not physical.
I'd say that's related because that's my resolution to some extent, is just read more. It doesn't even have to be like, well, you'd hope to read something productive, but if you just want to read a book that's meant for enjoyment, something fiction, I'm not a very big fiction reader, then do it.
Yeah, I think it's more about the fact of taking that time out to do something that is going to feed my brain in a good way, and then also help me to tackle something. But I'm going to definitely be splitting up my time between fiction and nonfiction, because I've definitely gone years with just reading nonfiction, and that's not really healthy in the end. I would like to be doing more balanced reading, I guess. I think kind of for me that 2024 is like a lot of the things I think of all kind of center around the word balance.
The note taking app there, whatever that I use, is Evernote. I've been using it for like 3 or so years, maybe longer. But they're like going out of business or something. Somebody bought them or something. I'm trying to switch over to Notion, but I like Evernote. I have like tons of notes and all that sort of stuff, and it's where I keep my schedule and to-do list and all that sort of stuff in.
I'm gonna take this time because we had that acronym, and so the A was for attainable, and it kind of ties into what you're saying. Attainable. Avoid overly grand goals. They should be based on what you realistically can do now, and not when you were younger. If you used to be able to walk 5 miles without fatigue and can now only do a mile, lower your expectations with a goal of walking 3 miles without fatigue.
Yep.
Yeah. So on the server, I'm working on a it's kind of a take on that 75 hard, which I think is really negative. So I'm going to call it something else, and it's going to be it's not going to be 75 days. It's going to be different. But one of them that I just put, because of my foot injuries last year, I wasn't able, like for 9 months of the year, you guys, I was in a walking boot for 9 months of the year with a break of about 6 weeks in between after 5 months. So, and then I was back in a boot again, which was ridiculous. So my abilities have shifted dramatically. So I tracked a lot last year of how many steps. Even when I was on crutches, I did like a minimum of 1,400 steps a day, even when I couldn't use my foot at all. So with that knowledge, I'm like, well, I'm going to do at least 1,000 extra steps a day in my house, because that's really attainable. That's really easy. So that's what I put on that list. That's one of my goals, is to just do there goes my voice again. 1,000 extra steps a day. And I think that's really a realistic goal to be able to do that.
Another way to set good goals, like the foundation of like good goals to strive for and things to overcome and have victories in, that sort of thing would be like foundationally, it would be like the Bible and the spirit of prophecy. Like if you want reforming your life according to that. But also another good way to set good goals is like looking at established science pertaining to various aspects of life and like potentially reforming according to that as well. So like drinking enough water every day, the common thing that they suggest is to divide your weight in half and to drink that many ounces of water or whatever. So like those would be other good established things to strive for. The things that are like actually have evidence supporting that they're good for you or they're bad for you, if whatever, and that sort of thing. Like, because that's one of my goals is to drink enough water every day.
I think there's a point where there must be like a cutoff though, because if somebody was like severely overweight, they shouldn't be
I
drinking.
don't know. I don't know how it works. Like, I don't know. I think if you're drinking like over a gallon of water a day, I think that's probably too much. Like, I think a gallon would probably be where it would cut off. Like, I think that's probably not good if you're drinking over a gallon of water a day.
Yeah. It depends, I guess, on what your goals are, and how dehydrated you are. But yeah, talk to your doctor first.
Yes, please talk to your doctor first, because actually thinking about it, there would be times there are certain conditions where you could be drinking too much water, and then it would put you into a severe. Somebody's breathing into their mic. It's really bad. It would put you into severe difficulty. The other part to that is if you're not getting salt in that it would go right through you, and you can actually basically drown in your own organs. I'm not even joking. There are cases of people drinking too much water and drowning, their organs drowning them.
Yeah.
Basically.
I was gonna say caveat, if anything pertaining to health and things along those lines, consult your doctor first. Like, you don't just take what we say and do it. But
yeah.
But so yeah, definitely you definitely can drink too much water, because I've heard things about there being like water drinking contests to like win various prizes, and people have died from water drinking contests because they thought, it's water. What's wrong with just having a water drinking contest? But people have literally like dry land drowned themselves because of drinking too much water.
Yeah, so consult your doctor and see what an appropriate amount of water is for you.
See if water is right for you.
Side effects may include
hydration, overhydration,
constant urination.
Isn't there a meme about, hey, if you're drinking a lot of water, it'll keep you in the bathroom and out of trouble or something like that?
Doctor approved dihydrogen oxide.
Yeah, my husband has a joke about, he actually says what it says all the chemical stuff of it and then all the warnings with it. And then it's actually turns out it's water.
One. Yeah.
It's water.
More people drown in this than any other liquid or whatever.
Or no, I think it's more people die from this than any other something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone who died drank water at some point.
Yes. Yep. So the goal writing, and I'm really annoyed at how it posted on the comments, because it mushed it all together instead of keeping the spaces, which is really annoying. So I did drop the link in there for people that are wanting that, and it's if you want to learn more about goal setting for yourself.
Yeah, it's also a good idea to Oh, I'm so sorry. Hive.
Yeah, we've all been hurt in this game.
Unfortunately, Hive is unable to join us via audio, but he is with us in spirit as he is synced with this game.
Ow.
Yeah, and this game has synced me.
Oh, there he is. He
'Cause
can
of a
hear us
move.
now.
Yeah, I could hear you the whole time talking about water.
It's everywhere, man.
It is. No, it's you've
Oh,
already
nice.
got enough water.
I just got all my cards. So I need
All
more
the
cards.
cards.
All
the
my
cards.
brown cards, but they were
Good
all
job.
they were really low ones. They
Lame-o.
weren't high cards at all.
Lame-o cards.
They were absolutely lame-o cards.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high card.
Oh, pish posh.
But do we though? Do we really?
Also, with water, even though you like you don't want any sort of liquid, you don't want to drink a bunch like all at one time. Like, even though like you could drink conceivably a gallon of water in one day, you wouldn't want to drink that gallon of water all in one sitting, like, because your body can't hold that much liquid. Like your liver or bladder, whatever it is, like can only hold so much liquid or
Bursting
filter through
forth.
it. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
a liter or something like that.
We're getting off on tangents. Let's stick to resolutions.
Okay, I was just giving a caveat so nobody hurt themselves. I was trying to
I
get
appreciate
that
that.
in there.
No, that's
Get
good.
that in there.
But we already put up the warning. We already did the warning of please talk to your doctor, et cetera, et cetera.
No
So-
tabernacles were hurt in the making of this episode. All right. So part of making a SMART goal, and I don't know who first coined this, but I've heard it before and read about it in like coaching books. But and speaking of coaching, you know, something that if you want to set goals, and you know, people have the misconception that a coach is like a therapist or a counselor, and like you have to tell all your deep dark secrets to them. But no, that's not the point. A coach is there to help you to set goals, meet deadlines, and you know, gain confidence as you accomplish things, and encourage you along the way. And not everybody, you know, has that type of experience. So sometimes it's like super beneficial, like just have somebody to cheer you on and say, hey, you did it, man. So
I
and
have
it
a question.
keeps you accountable and helps you track all those SMART goals. So yeah, what's up, Hive?
Is it a resolution to be determined, or is that just an oxymoron?
Is it a
No.
resolution to be to say it again?
Is it a resolution to be determined? What if that's just your New Year's resolution, is to be the resolution?
I think in order to be determined, you have to be determined about something. Like I think you have to pick something. I think you
Exactly.
just be determined. I think you have to pick something to be determined about.
Exactly. That's why we have to ask the question.
The question.
Or are you just walking around intensely focused all the time?
I'm so
Yes.
intense.
You got
My
to
power level. My power level's over 9,000. All right. Let's make this happen, Cap'n. Oh, can I do that? Can I do that?
But I think one of the key parts is having a plan of how you're going about achieving these goals. And part of that, I would think, would be having a daily schedule, working on the thing, working towards those things, or a weekly schedule, or depending upon how often you need to, you know, habitually work towards those things. Having some sort of step-by-step plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like a saying, if you don't aim at any, if you don't the people, it says like the people who never aim at any targets never hit anything, And if you have a target, then you'll
Mhm.
actually know what you're aiming for, and you'll hit it. or
You'll miss all the shots you don't take.
Oh yeah, heard that one before.
People with no targets never hit anything. Yeah, I think that's the one.
Oh, shuffle,
Yeah,
shuffle.
so that's exactly why I had to ask the question, was because I wanted to see if there actually was a way to be determined or not. If I'm throwing daggers, but I don't actually have a target, then what's the point in even having the dagger? It
Hmm.
just becomes a thing.
Right, right.
It's like if you have a pen but you don't write with it.
Yeah, that's the like attainable, or is it? What is
Are you kidding me?
it? Attainable or relevant? That's the word I was looking for.
I don't want to hear it, Hive. How many times have you blocked me? I don't even want to hear. And the
Okay.
irony is mine. Let me say it, Andrew. Mine is being broadcast. You can see my cards. I cannot see yours, so I have zero knowledge of where
I
you're
actually don't know what you're even talking about. I don't
Okay.
watch the live stream.
going. Well, I have no remorse whatsoever. But I'm sorry.
No, everybody
can see it.
accuses me of cheating all the time. I do
You
not
kids,
do such a
you
thing.
kids are funny.
I do no such thing.
We have a very practical outlook on it. We're just expressing ourselves. Don't be
Mhm.
scared of a little bit of tension.
Oh, this is where the ratings go up.
Well, I will find a way. I will find a way. Mark my
Okay.
words.
What is this? David64 says Wayne Gretzky. What is he talking about?
On
Yeah, what
steroids?
is he talking about?
Oh, goals.
Oh, goals.
Gotcha. Now that makes sense now. Okay, well, it
I
looks like
always
somebody got Denver to El Paso.
This is gonna be a fierce competition.
See, you had another way to get there. I didn't do
Who gets
anything.
the longest?
I always
Yeah,
liked hockey, but I live in the South, so like it's not very big down here.
Okay,
not a lot of people care about hockey.
So David64 is quoting Wayne Gretzky, who said, "You miss 100% of the shots that
There
you
you
don't
go.
take."
I forgot who said that.
Thank you.
There you go. I appreciate it.
I mean, to be fair, I also miss 100% of the shots I do take, but
and I appreciate the quote, David. Great at hockey, not so much at math. Let's see. Where are we going here?
going uptown.
Uptown train.
Yeah, because is it much of a resolution if it's not a positive?
Why would you choose something negative?
I know. I'm saying some people choose like negative resolutions, and we gotta make
Can you
sure.
give an
we make
example?
Some people will make a resolution that they want to eat a certain type of food every day. Some people
yes.
make a resolution. Okay, Eli. Okay, I didn't mean you, but like some people will say, I want to eat candy every single day.
What?
Or I want to drink
okay.
every single day. Like those are bad resolutions
To do something detrimental to your health.
To your health. I don't think there are too many negative resolutions. I think most of them are positive, like, oh, I want to, exercise every day or something. Most people choose those. It's just the question has to be asked because it's worth noting. It's worth noting. So if there's no positive, if there's no outlook on life that could be engaging a focus in good things, then I don't know if it's something even worth doing, you know?
Hmm.
Someone read the David 64 quote.
All right, let me.
People often, where'd he go? People often resolve to do evil. The Old Testament talks about Balaam, for example. So yeah, like what have you imagined against the Lord? People are dreaming up all kinds of evil and wickedness to do to their fellow man, just thinking of ways to harm somebody else and scheming and conniving. Oh, is it me? It's me. I'm the problem. Let's see. Wow. Two, four, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do not have enough.
I just want to give a shout out to the 4 people watching live right now, because usually
Whoa.
people watch later, like after the fact. But we actually have 4 people watching right now, which is pretty incredible.
Send a shout out. Let us know what you guys are doing. Any resolutions out there from our viewers? Caller number 1. Do we have okay, sorry, wrong format. Yeah, let us know what kind of goals you are setting. What's a big goal that you guys are trying to reach? Maybe even you need help with. Oh. Let's make it happen. All right, now we're down to the Trinity.
I'm trying to figure out. So, resolution, does that have anything to do with resolving some kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thing?
To bring it to completion, to bring it to fruition, to resolve, to finish, to fulfill.
It's worth, because I'm just perplexed on the word resolution. It's like, what does that mean?
Like a problem is brought to its resolution. That's how it used to. People don't use it so much anymore, but it's still common enough that you know. I see what you're doing there.
Do you actually see what I'm doing here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like to pretend I am.
You may pretend all you want, but you cannot see my screen. You can only see Lynx's screen. And your own screen.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to cheat by looking at somebody else's screen, so I'll admit that. Oh no, you did not do that, sir.
Why? Why did you end it? Man.
Well, we fought the good fight.
Hive wins again.
Lords and ladies.
You don't know that. I don't know.
Oh, I do.
I could have gone out and maybe someone over there has more cards.
No.
Tickets, I mean.
I just took tickets, and I just took tickets, so.
Mm.
You know what, Hive? Next time you can share your screen and I won't. How about that?
All right. It's a deal.
I need to hear a little bit more sarcasm from you, Lynx, so that we know that you're not being serious.
So is this my last turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Death becomes us. Yes.
I'm going to be negative 26.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
I don't know. You guys could have beaten me.
Nope.
There's a possibility somebody.
I can
beat me.
hear the smile. I can hear it.
I can hear the smug.
Yes.
I'm just laughing because I went out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that I won.
At least I got the New York to Portland.
Yeah, that's good that you got that one. And ooh, you got that one too. Nice.
That is a nice card that you
Or
got.
Seattle.
There.
New York to Seattle.
Eli got his card.
I think Eli
Oh.
got the longest track.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's not that impressive because I have all low cards. And I'm going to be negative 26.
Man.
Got that Denver to El Paso.
Oh, no, you got the longest track.
How did I get the longest track?
It winds around.
That doesn't.
that's fine.
Oh, Eli!
Oh,
there
you guys
go.
tied.
That's what I was waiting.
Oh, look at
That's
you
what I was waiting
guys.
for.
Miss Sparkles. Thank you, Miss
Happy New
Sparkles.
Year.
Second place is not
Happy New
bad.
Year.
We have just completed another game
I
of
demand
Ticket to Ride.
I demand a rematch.
Yeah, we can play one in a little bit here.
Shall we do another one?
Let's do one now.
All right, let's go.
Oh, it's on.
Set it up.
It's been brought. I need a snack. Feliz.
It's the
Nuevo
same
Año.
thing at you every night at like 8:30. If I'm on the phone with you anywhere between 8:15 and 8:30, you always say, "I need a snack."
It's the snack signal. Alrighty.
See, Miss Sparkles knows what's up. Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right. There's another
Word
game.
up.
There's another game booting up here.
Turbines to speed. Atomic
And
batteries to
Andy's
power.
in. Andy got in.
I'm in the system.
He's in the system.
I just need 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. Tonight I'll be for the rest of the game. I'll be the 90s, the hacker from the 90s movies.
Oh
Guys,
no.
I'm in the system. All right, we can do this. We've got a complex quadrilateral equation that we need to hack and code right now. All right. All right.
Oh boy, this one's gonna be different.
Let's bring the pain, people. Bring the pain.
Yeah, he's definitely turned into a hacker from the 90s.
Hacker man. All right. Can we make this work? We can make this work, people.
Aside from like resolutions, do you guys have any like side quests that you want to see for 2024?
Side quest.
What's a side quest? Like, can you give an example?
Like if there's just something that is not necessarily important, but you'd like to see take place throughout the year at some point, maybe something that maybe is on your bucket list that you've been putting off. I don't know. It could be something as simple as solving a Rubik's Cube and actually mastering it.
Mm.
I'm not saying that's mine. I'm just saying I have a Rubik's Cube next to me and maybe I'll solve it at some point.
I've never taken guitar lessons, but I have some courses sitting fallow that I haven't touched, and it's like the basic stuff. So like probably stuff that I already know how to do, but I just kind of want to take them so that I can learn how to teach more effectively. I guess bring up the other generations.
It's your
I like
turn.
it, Snacker Man. I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do here? Do that line. I'm gonna take these cards because I saw somebody else take them, and I don't want them to have them. All right.
I'm actually just trying to figure out what my answer is, and I do have a couple, but I don't want to just give away all of my side quests because those are personal.
I mean, can we have the inverse of your example? Can we have like a side quest of distracting someone good at solving Rubik's Cube so that they can't solve it?
I mean, I don't know if you'd want to do that. Like, I'm trying to picture in my head what that would look like.
Stop
Distract
it.
somebody.
Maybe I'm friends with one of these people. Maybe they're on our Discord page. I'm just saying.
Oh, maybe I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
I could rig some electronics to go off so that it distracts the person from the Rubik's Cube.
There we go. All right.
Solving.
Any more ideas?
I'll hack into their security systems. I'm still going for it.
Yeah, you're definitely going for it. After I brought up screen peeking, I'm going for that hacker motif.
No,
For
I don't
me-
really. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say mine. I'm looking at some of these books, and I'm just trying to think which one would be like cool to talk about that I haven't finished yet. Well, there's a book that my grandmother actually gave me when I got baptized called Reflections by David Collins, and this guy, he is a Christian who, I guess he was born in Vietnam. And throughout this book, he just kind of talks about the mystery of God and being a member of the body of Christ. And it's just like a small book, but I've never finished it. So I think that could be like a side quest of mine, is to actually get through this book.
Sounds fun. Well, I guess I was going to mention that in previous years, I had made a resolution that I would take swimming lessons, but I never actually got around to it.
Oh, really?
So that's something. Like, it's not really like I'm not holding my breath, no pun intended. But like, if it happens, that'd be nice. If not, then not a big deal. I don't live near the water, so it's cool.
One of mine is actually, it was during the pandemic. I actually got a free piano, which a free piano is never a free piano because you always have to pay to move it. But it was a very good deal. It's a beautiful piano. It's just the shape I wanted. I wanted a very low profile one, very like 60s mod style. And it totally is. It's a great piano. But I really wanted to play piano when I was younger, and I never got to because we couldn't afford a piano. And I had an electric one, but it wasn't a good one. It wasn't a realistic electric piano, we just couldn't afford it. So I did practice at school, but there was other kids in line to practice, and so I only got to practice like once or twice a week, which is not nearly enough, obviously. So I just never got to do it. So when I got this piano, I actually got in touch with my old music teacher because we're friends on Facebook, and she told me what to buy. So I got those books, and they've just been sitting there gathering dust. And I'll go over the piano and play little bits here and there that I remember. But that I think is my bonus quest for this year, or side quest for this year, is to actually at least I'll never get through the whole book this year. But I would like to get through at least a section of it this year, Yeah, I think that's my side quest. Also, I would like the other side quest I have this year is I have a lot of friends here who are fluent in Spanish, one here in particular. And I have a lot of other friends that are too. And I know people in like that go to other churches, but that's like their main language. Actually, English is their second language. And I would really like to understand more. And so I did download Duolingo to start giving myself a refresher course. So I would like to do that this year. And I think if I can do that, I'll probably only do it like 3 days a week, honestly. But I would like to do it every day. So I don't know how to measure that, but there you go.
No, that's good.
But they're just things I've always wanted to know. I had a year of Spanish and I had a year of French, and I don't speak either of them. And I would like to speak at least one of them.
Spanish, French, and German are like 3 of the easiest languages for English speakers to learn. Because I saw this chart that was like ranked about how like if you natively speak English, which languages are the easiest and difficult, and those are like the 3 ones that are the tier 1 of easiest, and like tier 3 of like hardest is things like Japanese and Chinese and like Arabic and things along those lines. But
Yeah, I would like to learn some of those harder languages at some point. I actually have a friend who is learning one of them. I'm not going to say which language he's learning. But definitely, I would want to do some language this year as well. It's not really a side quest. It would be more or less a resolution, something that one of these months, because I mentioned at the start of the stream, I'm not really doing a set resolution. It's more a month-by-month basis. One of these months, probably closer to the summer, I would like to pick up probably Spanish and at least start with that one. Also, since I'm learning the New Testament, I would like to get into the Greek.
Hey, just by the way, we got a comment from Hannah, and sounds like having a hard time there. Like nobody's listening. So, hey, we're here to chat and give any feedback. If you need somebody to talk to, you can leave comments here. We also are accessible on our Discord, oneaccordtheguild.com. You can go there, and if you need somebody to talk to, we are available. So, yeah, just making ourselves positively available.
We could pray for Hannah right now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. I'll start, and you guys, somebody, maybe Andy Rue, you can finish it off, and anybody else can chime in between. Heavenly Father, Hannah over here is having a very difficult time and is claiming that you aren't real and that no one listens. But we know that you hear every single word that we say, even our thoughts that we think. And that number one, that you care about us because you say that we are your children. In fact, you say that we are made equal with Christ. When we accept you, the gift of Christ that you gave us. So we just want to pray for Hannah that number one, you will show them that you are real, that you love them, that you care about them, and that you want to be a part of their life. We pray all this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Heavenly Father, we just thank you for allowing Hannah to be here tonight. I don't know if she's still watching, but we just pray that you'd show her your love, that you would embrace her even now, and just continue to guide her through this life. I know she's perhaps not experiencing that at this exact second, but in time, and I pray especially throughout this night, she would definitely experience your love, and that she would just know that you have not left her nor forsaken her. Please keep her in your hand, and we just pray that you would show her that you are real, and also be with her family, be with those she cares about. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
And dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we are so grateful for the encouragement that we can give to other people. And We ask for your patience and peace, Lord, that right now you would reveal yourself in a very special way now to Hannah, Lord. They're going through something really difficult. And so we just ask for your supernatural intervention and Lord, that you would just reveal yourself in a very special way that is special to Hannah, that only they know about and that only they care about. And because they just know. They're just gonna know. And they found us here. Here we are, doing our best to do what you have called us to do, to comfort those who need comforting, to weep with those who weep, and to feel the pain of those who are in the midst of pain, Lord. So please be with Hannah and help her to see that now it's not the best time. It's never the best time. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
That Hannah's comments make me think of loss, and it's true that losing someone is extremely, extremely difficult. I lost 2 people last year. In fact, actually kind of lost 3 because one was my grandparents. But when my grandpa died, I never really processed my grandma dying. And when my grandpa alive, it kind of felt like I still had my grandma. And so when my grandpa died, it was just like it finally hit me that my grandma was gone. So it was like all of a sudden I'd lost them both. It was really, really hard. And I was really angry for a long time last year. Just the amount of they were essentially my parents. They weren't just grandparents. It's a long story, but in that loss, it's been a very interesting journey with God to be able to learn that God can handle whatever I'm feeling, and to really trust him with those feelings and those emotions that are so intense. And they're really, really, truly intense. So if anybody's feeling like that, just remember that God knows our hearts and minds. He knows our thoughts. He knows our weaknesses. You can say anything to him and he can totally take it. He understands. He understands our human condition. I mean, Jesus lived here for at least 33 years on this planet, and I'm sure he went through everything, every emotion and a test, and I mean, he knows it. So there's nothing he can't handle with you, and he will be there with you. In fact, he says he will never leave you nor forsake you.
Mm-hmm. He's never going to give you up. He's never going to let you down. He's never going to run around and desert you. Never going to make you cry or say goodbye. Never hurt you.
That's right. I like that song for that reason, actually.
There's Bible verses for every one of them. You can match them up too.
I know. It's great.
Yeah, hopefully we do our job here of, not only dropping some knowledge once in a while, but also helping you guys laugh a little bit, and but also help those in need. And so Hannah and everybody else watching, if you guys need any help with anything, difficult stuff, the best thing to do is to get plugged into a group of folks who will listen and talk to, and that's why we're here. So,
and that's
please.
honestly why part of the guild exists. I mean, we talk and share all kinds of things like that we're having issues with, we're having problems with. That's part of why the server exists. So like there's people on the server too, like that are going through things that I know would be love to talk to you. So Hannah, you can absolutely go to our website, oneacordtheguild.com. You can join us, share, chat, cry with us. We're here for you. We've done that all. We are kind of a church, but online, but kind of not. We have a good family there.
I was gonna say that there's the Bible verse that's talking about Jesus being our high priest, but it also says that like Jesus was able to sympathize with our struggles and things like that because he went through the human experience as well. So he knows what it's like to be human because he was a fallen human like we were. You know, he incarnated into that and went through a similar experience to what we go through. Although his was probably a lot worse than ours.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yep. I got to pick that card. Oh, good. All right, I got to start laying down some tracks here.
Is this the second game?
Yeah.
Yep, we're already on the second. And so far, it hasn't been that long. This game, at least for me, it looks a little less convoluted than last game. But then again, anything could happen still. So
It's early. It's early.
It's way too early to say. In fact, I see Eli has dropped an L on the map.
Literally.
Literally, it's an L. I've kind of got an L, but it's more like a, well, I don't even know what to explain that shape as.
Yeah, we're not taking the L there.
But back to languages, what I was thinking was languages would be really cool. The ones that I would want to learn, even though they're kind of impractical out of context, but to learn the biblical languages and be able to read it in the original languages, that would be so cool. Like to be fluent enough to where you could actually read it in the original languages. That'd be awesome.
So thank you for learning, everybody. It sounds like we have a lot of learning goals, and that's a good place to be in life, to recognize, hey, there's still stuff to learn. I'm glad nobody's like, hey, I learned everything. My brain is full. No, thank you.
Yeah, I definitely believe that like we should be perpetual students. Like we should be learning all the time, about useful things that are relevant to our life and our pursuits and goals and all that sort of stuff.
Making the magic happen.
And we live in the best time for it with the internet and YouTube and all these learning resources and all that sort of stuff.
I want to know what David64 wants to learn this year.
That would be very advantageous to know. Yes.
I like that, Miss Sparkles. She says, "This is the year of discovering me," and I am right there with you, like 100%. Like, yes, I want to know myself better.
Oh.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just confused because I said things and nobody responded. And then like sometimes my mic mutes, so I was like, I don't know if I'm muted. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So because I said multiple things and nobody responded, I was like, I don't know if I'm muted.
Speak forth, young man.
Yeah, but I didn't
What are your
think I
thoughts?
was. No, I already said them, but
Oh, okay.
I was just making sure I wasn't muted because I was talking and nobody was responding. So I was like, what's going on here? Am I muted?
Mm-hmm. I want to do more creative things for the sake of creativity, and allow that I guess healthy ways to express creativity, and help other people express creativity as well. Like healthy
Oh.
ways to express themselves.
That reminded me of one I actually have for this year, but it's kind of a resolution. Like I actually have got some projects, physical artistic projects. This year in particular, I am tackling cross stitch first. I have a couple cross stitch projects, and then I have one I actually started in December, and then I also have a how-to on embroidery. It's something I've always wanted to learn. I've just always wanted to know how to do embroidery. And I've loved watching those videos on like Instagram and YouTube, and I've just really enjoyed those. So that is my I am going to do this year because I needed something that was artistic, because I am a very artistic person, but I do so much digital artistry that I'm like, I need something physical, but it's not paint because I can't. I am a painter, but I just don't have a spot to do that and have it set up and leave it set up that it's going to can stay up, you know? So until I have that space, I'm like, I need something that's similar to that, but not as messy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do cross stitch and then go into embroidery. And I've already got what I need to get started, and I did already start. So I'm very excited about that. So that's going to be my, I think too, when you work in the digital world, it's really important to have things that are tangible, that are not digital, that you're doing. And everything I've got are also gifts for people. So I've also taken care of gifts if I can finish them, you know? So yeah.
So it sounds like we have many people who have a lot of goals, a lot of side quests, a lot of things they want to one up in their life. And so what I would do is write down a list of the top 5 things that you want to do, and basically write those things down every day. Like and the way that I do that is I write those as I desire statements. We're not talking about manifestation and all kinds of weird uh, calling forth type of manifesting. But just like I desire to read more, I desire to get better at guitar, I desire to um, learn how to be an Olympic ice skater, you know, um, anything like that. So just as a concise way to set your goals and have them constantly in front of you and make it part of your daily devotions. Get a little notebook, a little journal. Some of you may have gotten one of those for Christmas from me, so you can set out to do that. Let's see.
I need you to back up on that a little bit, but take your turn first. I want you to back up to where you talked about. I missed the bit about putting it in front of you.
So put it in front of you. What you can do is every morning you have your devotional time. You're getting ready for the day. Get a notebook, piece of paper. You can write it down in like your iPad or tablet or whatever. But write it out by hand in I desire statements. So I desire to learn a new new instrument. I desire to read more. I desire to write more poetry. I desire to we've listed a lot of things today. So, but put it in front of you every day so that you can see it. You can write it down as I desire statements, and that way, there it is. You'll see it. You'll believe it. You'll have it in front of you, and then I'm sure you'll discover other things. Once those things get completed, you'll discover other things that could go on that list.
So, can you give us an example of the I desire part?
So I desire to write more poetry. That was one of Sparkle's things. I want to get back into poetry. I desire to write more poetry. I desire to,
Take your turn.
yeah, I desire to take my turn. Exactly.
So, my piano thing, I would say, I desire to play the piano more.
Yeah, definitely. That works.
Some of my goals are to learn some other instruments that I have, because I have some other instruments but I don't play them very often. But they're based. Two of the ones that I want to learn is the mandolin and the Irish bouzouki, which is basically like a guitar-sized mandolin.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, but yeah. But the way I was viewing it, like, because I have a couple other things I want to learn, like I have ukuleles, so I want to learn those too. But I was like, they're basically just different sized guitars with different amounts of strings and different tunings, like
Different chord
that's it.
shapes.
Played slightly differently, because I play in different tunings all the time, so that's not really a big thing for me. It doesn't bother me that much. It's pretty easy to get by. So I was like, I can do that. That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I can pick them up pretty quick, because they are somewhat similar to playing a guitar already.
This is hilarious. So, I have a journal here that's from 2018 that I never used. And guess what? The dates actually line up to the right days of the week.
Oh, wow.
So does 1996.
It's so true, because I was like, hey, I just flipped it open. I'm like, oh, I wonder what January looks like. I'm like, wait, these are the same dates. This matches. Oh, I'm going to use it. So I'm actually writing, I desire to play the piano more.
There you go. But the thing is, you got to stay on that. You got to keep it up. Like, do it every day. Set a specific time that works for you best to, when your head is clear. And the thing is, you try not to look back at what you wrote from the previous day, but you try to remember all on your own, and write it down afresh.
Something a lot of music teachers suggest for people who are starting out playing instruments is to do same time, same place when you practice your instrument, because it kind of puts you in that mind frame of you're getting ready to practice, sort of thing. So same time,
habitual.
same place. Of course, with the piano, you're probably going to be in the same place anyway. It's not like you can carry that around with you. So,
well, unless you got one of those cool little pocket MIDI things you can hook up to your laptop.
That's true.
Those are pretty nifty. I used to have a keyboard, but I sold it to a local art therapy studio. I have an old I forget what it's called. I've got this old studio keyboard from the 90s that was really popular for making like R&B music, and it's just this huge monster of a beast. Before they had laptops and whatnot, all the computers are on board, and so it's just this huge monster of a keyboard. And I had it on online for sale, and they were asking about it. And then I had this other keyboard that was smaller that a church gave to me, and I'd used it once in a while. I'd hooked it up to my to GarageBand on my computer to have some fun, but eventually they saw the keyboard and, oh, this is huge. This is not something we could use, the art therapy studio. And then I said, wait, I've got another one. So buy a keyboard, but I still got this huge huge monster of a keyboard that I want to get rid of. So I guess I'll have to just find a pawn shop.
Yeah, I have a MIDI keyboard, but it's not an actual keyboard. It's just you know what a MIDI keyboard is, right?
Yep.
Okay, but other people may not who are listening.
hmm
But it's basically a keyboard that you plug into your laptop and you can program it to make any sound you want. Like, so I just use it to make like drum sounds and other various sounds when I'm recording music, so I can easier punch it in and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. It's fun. There's all types of communities online with that recreate the keyboard sounds that were like used to make different movies and video games. So like these sound packs.
Yeah, on my guitar amp, it's like this. It's it has effects on it, but they're digital. Like you plug your phone to an app, and you can like choose different settings from like popular albums and all that sort of stuff and things along those lines, and popular guitar settings and things along those lines.
Oh, sound fonts is what some of them are called. Those are fun. Like from Spyro the Dragon. Fun fact, Police drummer Stuart Copeland wrote the music for the original Spyro the Dragon series.
Yeah, I had an N64 growing up. My cousin had a PlayStation, but I didn't play it that
Mm.
much.
Yeah, Spyro was a PlayStation title.
Yep.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Well, I just realized I took the wrong ticket.
That's right.
Took the wrong. Well, it's gonna be the right ticket in a minute, but I've been collecting the wrong cards for the wrong ticket. That's okay. It's an easy fix. I just didn't realize what I was doing. So that's okay.
That's the ticket.
I get confused with all the colors because I'm like, well, who is what color? What is going on here? Like, how does this work?
The funny thing is, now that you bring it up, there's actually a problem in the game where maybe it's not a problem, but when you're in the game, like everybody else is different colors. How do I explain it properly? Let's say I don't know what color I appear on Lynx's screen, but I'm purple. Lynx is green for me. Is Lynx green on Lynx's screen? Don't tell me what card she has. Just tell me.
I
She's
think
purple
she's
on
purple.
mine.
She's purple, okay, because I'm purple. She's green on my screen. And Andy is yellow. And Eli is red. I don't know if that's what it shows up for on Lynx's screen.
I think
I'm
it's
yellow.
different. It's different per player screen.
So Eli confirms he's yellow, but on my screen he's
Excuse
red.
me.
So it's different. So it confuses us all. But in
Yep.
my case, I know what color I am, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but like there's train tracks that don't go to people. Like this is crazy. Like there's like more than I see pink in some places, and green, light green that is nobody. And
Oh, you mean the color of the tracks themselves?
yeah, like I'm trying to like see like who has what track, and I'm like, what's going on here? There's
Okay,
more colors than there are
so the
people.
way it works is the trains themselves is the player claiming those tracks. The cards that they're collecting on the sidebar are meant to match the track on the board. So if you have like empty tracks, that means that as long as you have a consistent color scheme, or you're clicking on these, I guess they're called locomotive cards, which essentially are like wild cards. You're able to use them for any track. You can play those along with, like, let's say if I have a set of pink cards and I need one locomotive or two locomotives, I can play the locomotive card with those two or four, depending on however many I need. Pink. Maybe I'm over explaining it.
I think I get it. You got the colors of the tracks and the cards you need for them, and then you have the colors of the players.
Yeah,
Basically.
precisely. that's about it.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then the gray spots, we can choose whatever color as long as it's like 2 of a kind or 3 of a kind or however many spots it is between each destination.
Okay.
Yep, that's
So I
about it.
understand it now. I know what I'm looking at now.
He hath believed.
You know what? I'm tired of this, guys. I have to put down a long track. I have to. If I don't, then I'm gonna get antsy.
You antsy? No.
It's gonna happen.
That would never happen. You don't get antsy?
I need to let out some frustration.
Hold on to your pants, ladies and
Oh, is that why you play this game?
No, it's not like
gentlemen. All right.
Who racked up the most hours in this game in 2023?
Oh yeah, that was me.
He's our local Ticket to Ride pro.
And so far becoming the pro at Clue as well. Tar can't beat me in a single game. Oh man.
You shall rue the day that she overtakes you.
Actually, she did recently, and I was really happy that she did.
Awesome. Way to succeed. All right. Eli, you're up, bud.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. That one. And all right.
I do not have hope for this game. I just don't.
Okay.
I will find hope for this game. I will.
Who do you think's going to win this game? If you think it's Hive, raise your hand.
I don't know if I'm gonna win. In fact, look at Andy. He's pulling more cards. So I don't know.
I can do that.
I don't have enough tickets. And the ones that I have, I'm stuck really knowing what to do with.
Yeah, I've really had bad cards in this game and worse than last time, actually. But I keep getting really useless colors that I don't need.
Well, I guess I'll do that one. It's going to be
I'm like,
tricky to
yep,
pull
I
off.
did not need those. Did not
boy.
need those. So about the book, we have not abandoned the book.
Tame that tongue.
We have not abandoned it. We've been taking a break from it for the holidays, and I haven't really had the brain power to spend time in it and formulate my questions and all that. That's been a part of COVID. Apparently, it just sucked away some of my cognitive abilities for a while, but I'm starting to get them back. So probably by February, hopefully we'll be back with the book. But I'm not going to say when and like put stress on myself, because that's probably part of how I ended up with long COVID issues in the first place. So just taking it day by day until I get stronger. But I'm praying that in like 2 weeks, I'm going to be feeling more with it, you know?
Oh, what? Eli.
Go,
Oh,
Eli.
no.
Yay.
Give the man a hand.
What did I do?
Fine, fine. I'll just
You
go
made
did I
Hive
do?
mad.
He
You
How?
blocked that play.
You blocked. That's exactly where I was gonna go.
I didn't know that.
I know you didn't, so it's fine. But like,
I need to get to Chicago. I'm sorry.
it's true. He didn't know. He didn't know, guys. So it's fine. Wait, you were already at Chicago. What do you mean?
Well, then the other one, Nashville.
Oh,
one
you
of
were
those
trying to get
two.
the You were trying to go from Nashville to. Wait, that's not a real card. Oh, you were just trying to get. Okay,
Nash-
I understand what he's saying now.
Yeah, what is it? St. Lion to Nashville? I don't know. I knew it was one of those two. I was from St. Lion either to Chicago or to Nashville. One of the two. If it makes you feel any better, they also blocked me from getting to where I needed to go earlier. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to get all the way over there. Around someone's track.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
How did you know it was you?
I just apologize for lots of things. I mean,
Well, I mean, based on the location, you kind of gave it away.
well, the had a 50-50 chance that it was either Lynx or I, because you're already talking to Hive.
Well, I mean, I could have been. It could have been Hive who took it. You don't know that. He's all over my business right now. Literally, it's like his track and my track are intertwined. They become one.
It's a ribbon.
Ribbon. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get those cards.
Yeah, that's my current issue too, is there's just like a lot of spaces that I had enough track to get there before, and I don't think I have enough track now. Because I'm going to have to take a major detour that's going to add like 7. No, it's going to add 4.
Take the L. Take the L train.
Ah.
I'm gonna go ahead and in a minute here, because I don't have any cards, I'm gonna pull another ticket, even though that could cost me the game. That could cost me the game, guys. So I gotta make a quick decision here.
Right.
Keep it
Make
entertaining.
it snappy.
Let's see what do I get. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, it's too good. It's way too good. Oh man. Oh man. I feel bad now.
Well, we'll see what we can do about
Are you
that.
closing out again? Are you closing out again? Is that what it is?
Oh, you bet I'm closing out as soon as I get there.
Can you just give us a few more turns, guys?
I'll definitely give you some more turns. I need to get some cards.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's too much of an unfair advantage for me not to
Oh,
permit
I
you
can't
guys.
get there at all now.
You
I
can't?
actually can't. No.
Oh,
You all have blocked, all of you, all 3 of you.
I did not mean to, I swear.
I also
It
did
was
not
it,
mean to.
and it was all of you, and just recently Andy Rue. So I'm done now. Can't get there. So negative
Oh,
7.
shucks.
Negative 17. Negative 17.
Fare thee well.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Is it
Lynx.
my turn?
Fare thee well into the land of the negative points.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you some room, some leeway, because I need some cards anyway, so it gives you some time. Okay.
Oh,
What did he do?
seriously?
What did he do?
What
What did he do? What did Eli do now?
We're blocking each other.
You guys are just boom, 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 block, block,
Look,
block.
Eli's trying to go out.
Andrew took my duel to solve.
And Andy
Tess
Rue took my other
Marie,
spot. He
so
took
I
to
have to.
Helena. Oh, my stars.
Had to go around. There was no other way for me to get there.
Oh no, poor Lynx.
Actually, no, I could have gone all the way from Chicago up to Montreal and then gone backwards. But
Sorry. Oh
too
no.
much work.
This is
This is like,
not good.
oh, it's like blowing my brain right now of all the red because of Hive being red right now, and the red that's also touching the red of his track. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's like his red is touching all of the color that's on the board.
Oh man, I have a feeling
It's making my brain hurt.
something's about to go down, and I don't know if I like it. Where is
just
it?
give
Hold on.
just
where's
give
it?
us some more time here,
Where are you on my map?
please. I just need to put.
I'm trying to figure out
One
like
train
what
down.
what did you take those 2 white cards for?
Can I have? Oh, I can't do that now. I got rid of those cards. Darn, I can't do that now. No, wait. I probably could do it. Maybe I could do it. If I go a different way.
Do it
Can
if
I
you
have?
really
Can I
believe.
have 4 turns? Just 4, just to try something.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'd say give it to her.
I'd have to draw 1, so it's actually 5 turns because I have to draw this time to make it happen. Okay, so now it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4. It still isn't going to be enough points to win, but
Yeah, just because you have the least amount of cards, I'd say just get on with it. Get on with it.
You don't know.
I don't even know if it's going to work, honestly, but it could.
Yeah, I need one more card.
Oh no, Andy, are you serious?
What?
Is he gonna do it? Are you gonna go out?
No, he still needs a different card. He's looking for a different card.
I think I know where he's gonna go. I think I know where he's trying
Don't
to
spoil
go.
it.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but I think you and me both know where you're trying to go.
But do
Let's-
know where he's trying to go.
Okay, I need 3 more turns. I appreciate this graciousness. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Wait, I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
You're letting
Okay.
me have 3 turns.
That gives me. Some
I
time.
mean, I am taking up as much track as I can these 3 turns. So if I end up taking some of yours, then it is what it is.
I need a backup plan here, real quick.
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you get it, Andy? At least tell me. At least tell me.
Why?
you got it.
Why would he tell you?
Because I have a sneaking suspicion he's trying to sneak attack me.
Sneak attack you.
Yeah,
is a sneak
you're gonna try and sneak up on me.
You're already spider webbing. You know, you're already
Situation.
spidering out into
I need a backup plan.
all these areas. Lynx, you said you needed a
2 more
another turn.
turns. I need 2 more turns.
Okay. Let me strategize here.
Okay, well I got my backup plan, so you're good to go.
Well, thank you.
Just don't go out.
Wow.
Going out,
That gave
gentlemen.
me a nice card. Whoa.
Oh, maybe Andy Rue won.
No, it gave me 2 wild cards in a row
Ooh.
off the pile.
That's nice. Okay, I need 1 more turn.
Except
All right, all bets are off. No, I'm kidding.
I never know if you're actually kidding or not, because sometimes you just do it. My throat hurts so bad. I even had a ginger tea, you
All right.
guys.
all right, it's going down, folks.
Go.
You ready to end the game?
I'm ready.
If you're ready,
Okay.
You guys do it. Do your thing.
Nice.
Hey,
There's a
something
slight
happened?
delay, folks. There it
Yeah,
goes.
I knew it. I knew he was going there. I could just sense it in my bones that he was doing that.
You guys, I got my 17 card. I got it.
Praise the Lord.
Ah, hallelujah. And And I know somebody out there is going to be like, she's praising God over a game. Well, you know what? God understands that we need to have fun too. So I'm
He's a
sure that
critical
Jesus
thinker.
wasn't doing ministry 24/7. He relaxed and had meals and had fun with his friends. We can't sit down and have a meal together. We sit down and play games together.
Yeah. Not like he never smiled.
Right.
Nice job, 22. All right.
Wow.
11.
I'm so used to praying that like whenever I need help with anything, my first inclination is to pray. So whenever I'm playing a game or doing something like that, I almost
I
like
know.
have an inclination to help and pray to help me win the game. It's like
Wow.
that doesn't make sense. But
147.
147.
Yeah, probably didn't get the longest track, but you never know. I think Andy got the longest.
It's very possible.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, but you still have 147 and he only has 122.
Yeah. Wow. It's a close game, folks.
I'm betting on Eli. He's gonna win. He's gonna do it.
I seriously doubt that. I went for like the shortest tracks ever.
Got Denver to El Paso, though.
Oh, nice zigzag there.
Yeah, I kind of didn't have a choice.
Oh, Lynx, you got the longest
Got the
track.
longest track.
What? I never get the
Nope.
longest track.
Oh, nice job.
But I wasn't
everybody.
last. I wasn't last.
All
But
Speak for
didn't
yourself.
I say Hive would win? I said Hive would win. And guess what? You won.
Yeah, GG.
All right.
Great game, everybody.
That was good.
All right. Well, here ends another exciting episode of One Accord the Guild Hangout. We are so glad that you guys got to spend some time with us wherever you are, whatever time it is. Maybe you're watching this on the replay. Maybe you're sitting in the bathroom. Whatever it is,
Ow.
we hope you are enjoying yourself immensely. We'll be back next week. Same guild time, same guild place. And we hope you can check us out over at oneaccordtheguild.com. If you're not already on the server, it's a cool place to chill. It's our little corner of the
internet.
interwebs. Yeah. And yeah, really excited to have a growing community there. So we do all kinds of stuff there, including Bible study, chatting about the weather, talking about all kinds of oddly shaped chicken nuggets. You name it. Sky's the limit. And some good recipes too from Eli and some
I think the
good
most important thing is
conversation
we
about
have a
that.
safe space that everyone that is looking for a chill environment that doesn't have a lot of drama, that's supportive, that is our space. And we would love for you to join us and just come relax, learn about God, and have fun.
All right. Well, now I got to go make a channel about oddly shaped chicken nuggets. So we'll see you guys over there. And yeah, see ya next time.
Peace.